Remember that one time a bunch of Unown just ruined literally everything? Now, this is a movie that I actually haven't watched a whole lot. Pokémon 3 the movie, Spell of the Unown, despite its terrible title, actually came with some cool stuff. An Unknown J card, a certificate for said card, and a Pog? One thing I do remember about this movie is that it prominently features Entei. When it comes to the legendary beasts, Suicune was featured in the movie Pokémon Forever, Raikou was featured in the Pokémon Chronicles spin-off anime, and Spell of the Unown had a fake Entei? Yeah, that'll make sense in a bit. Grab some popcorn because it's time for a rewatch.
Every Friday at 5, Toonami's breaking off movies for the masses. Friday at 5.
What are they?
A group of psychic Pokemon are turning a lonely girl's dreams into nightmares.
These green fields have suddenly undergone a disturbing transformation.
Now, Ash must save his mother and the town of Greenfield from the crystal clutches of the unknown. Pokémon 3 the movie, this Friday at 5. Be there.
Things start off with the new characters, Professor Hale and his daughter Molly. While Professor Hale is out researching Unown, he gets isekai'd into their bizarro world. His disappearance is of course hard on Molly, and the Unown, being summoned into her family's mansion by some ancient puzzles, start to do what they do best and alter reality, giving her a crystal palace and a new father. Okay, you've heard of Dada Zarude, but now get ready for Papa Entei, the original Pokemon daddy. All of this is set up before we even catch up with our usual heroes. The conflict is established right away and starts us off feeling uneasy even though we've only just met this girl. And after an opening credits battle where Totodile just dazzles, Ash, Misty, and Brock are caught up with the situation, and even Professor Oak and Delia show up. Although most Pokemon movies don't normally expand too much on the pre-established characters as they do the new ones, I still think this is a great choice to bring them back in. It's woven in pretty naturally as they're friends of Professor Hale and know Molly, who's at the center of this whole mess, giving them both personal stake in the outcome. Molly, inside of her crystal palace with her new dad Entei, is really just living it up. The Unown are basically just passively altering anything as Molly sees fit, which is how we end up with Illusion Entei, who is capable of speaking with the voice of Dan Green, Mr. Yugimoto himself. Molly is really just dealing with the loss of her father, who was her only parent, and all of this is really understandable. This movie doesn't exactly have a villain, but Molly, Entei, and the Unown do serve as the antagonists. Sure, Entei starts acting a little out of whack, but he's really only doing what he thinks Molly would want. But Molly herself is just a kid, probably not even any older than like 5 or 6. And she's now an orphan who's been told she can have whatever she wants. She's not evil and not really even selfish, she's just lonely. So much so that she acknowledges the fact that she also wants a mother, and so Papa Entei goes all MILF hunter and kidnaps Ash's mother, making it all even more personal. And it's a really great moment because it gives Ash a lot more incentive to stop what's going on, more so than just saving whatever Pokemon is going wild and bringing friendship and balance to what's going on. No, his mom was kidnapped. The actual plot and events in this movie are so insane, I'm surprised it's not talked about more. Sure, it's brought up when people want to make theory videos about Unown, but nobody wants to bring up the childhood trauma on display here. But speaking of Unown, their powers in this movie are pretty much limitless, as opposed to in the actual video game. They can just make a speaking legendary Pokemon whenever. And when Ash, Brock, and Misty enter the tower to rescue Delia, Molly can just become an adult to battle them. I really do like this moment as she can have whatever Pokemon she wants and can basically look like whatever she wants. And there are some great environments that serve as the backdrop to this relay race to save Delia. Brock and Misty distract Molly so Ash can get to the top, but eventually Molly and Entei catch up with him too. Things get heated and Ash falls off the tower and is saved by Charizard at the last minute because Charizard saw him on TV earlier in the movie. I think that's just really great, all of this coming together. And it makes for an awesome battle between Charizard and Entei. It's just pure spectacle. But Illusion Entei is an absolute powerhouse. They even state that the illusion Pokemon are stronger than regular Pokemon. And Entei was even ready to kill Charizard, again just because that's what he thought would allow Molly to stay there and stay happy. Molly of course puts a stop to this as everybody else is finally able to break through to her, and help her understand that this whole illusion world isn't what's best for her. That her real father wouldn't have wanted her holed up in this place unintentionally causing harm to everyone around. And of course the Unown end up generating too much power and go out of control to kind of artificially create an intense climax, but with the power of dreams, Entei is able to break up their formation and calm them down. I do like this scene though, because as Molly is cheering on Entei, she actually calls him Entei, instead of calling him Papa, which she had been doing for a majority of the movie. This just shows that she's moved on from her fantasy world and is ready to live in reality. I thought it was a nice touch. And even though Professor Hale comes back during the end credits when all of the Unown trickery is undone, Molly was still ready to continue living in a world where there would be trials, but the people and Pokemon and friendships between them were all real. I really don't know why I never watched this movie more than once, but I'm surprised at the overall quality. It feels different from the other Pokemon movies while still being pretty similar. I think that having this emotional struggle as the heart of the conflict given physical form by Unown is a great execution. And of course, being a full-on display of what these Pokemon can do is pretty cool. Like, the anime treat Unown like legendary Pokemon even though they're literally worthless in the actual games. But Illusion Entei is still one of my favorite anime exclusive Pokemon, I guess we could consider it that, just because of what it represents and the relationship that it has with Molly. But whether it be the buff Unown or the daddy Entei, it's genuinely one of the great Pokemon movies. And so that has been The Spell of the Unown. But anyway, hey, this is GatorXL. Let me know what you think. Did you enjoy this movie? Do you remember it? Like I said, I don't hear it talked a whole lot about, unless it's for the Unown. You don't really hear a lot about the Entei. Again, Illusion Entei, which again, another interesting Pokemon, and you really don't hear a lot about Molly, who really interesting character that's going on here. Not exactly super deep, but it just the fact that we see this in a Pokemon movie is pretty cool. Let me know what you think if you've seen this movie. I'm probably going to be holding off on the movie discussions for a while. Probably going to be going back to some episodes of the anime or just some other individual things like some of the shorts. We'll pick up with things going on later, especially because, you know, February is going to be the big anniversary month for Pokemon. But yeah, this was basically a full-on movie review rather than just a specific aspect, even though it was kind of condensed and stuff like that, because, you know, for Groudon and Deoxys, I kind of just focused on them rather than discussing the whole movie. But this one, I actually rewatched the movie and I really did enjoy it, so I kind of wanted to get some thoughts out about the whole thing. But let me know if you think this is something I should continue with. Again, probably maybe in March. Just wait a while and we'll get back into the groove of things. But thank you guys for your support, for all you've been doing with watching the videos. It's really cool. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like, subscribe, drop some applause if you think I deserve it, if you're able to, and also enable notifications. Make sure you see each new video as it comes out. Anyway, this has been GatorX. Have a nice day.